Welcome back to Military Matches HQ. Today we're diving into the story of one of the most iconic combat aircraft ever to serve with the Royal Air Force and its European allies, the Panavia Tornado. This is a jet that defined Cold War power, saw action in conflicts across the globe, and still holds a special place in the history of military aviation. The Tornado was born out of necessity during the late 1960s. At that time, the United Kingdom, West Germany, and Italy were all looking for a new multi-role combat aircraft. Rather than each nation designing their own jet, they pooled resources, forming the Panavia Consortium. This collaboration between British Aerospace, MBB of Germany, and Aeroitalia of Italy led to the creation of the Tornado, a true European powerhouse. One of the Tornado's most striking features is its variable sweep wings. Unlike traditional fixed-wing aircraft, the Tornado could sweep its wings back for high-speed flight or extend them forward for slower, more stable operations like takeoffs and landings. This made it remarkably versatile, able to handle both low-level penetration at supersonic speeds and controlled approaches on short runways. The jet came in several variants. The Tornado IDS, or Interdictor, Strike, was designed for ground attack and strike missions. Then came the Tornado ADV, the air defense variant, which became a mainstay of the RAF's interceptor force during the 1980s and 1990s. Finally, there was the Tornado ECR, specialized for electronic combat and suppression of enemy air defenses. Together, these versions made the Tornado adaptable to almost any mission profile. Performance was another highlight. Powered by two Turbo Union RB199 engines, the Tornado could reach speeds of over Mach 2 at altitude. But where it truly excelled was in low-level, high-speed flight. Hugging the ground at near supersonic speeds, it could evade radar detection and deliver precision strikes deep inside enemy territory. For NATO, this capability was invaluable during the Cold War, when the possibility of facing Warsaw Pact forces was a very real threat. The Tornado's combat history is equally impressive. It made its first major operational debut during the Gulf War in 1991. RAF Tornadoes were tasked with some of the most dangerous missions, flying at low levels against heavily defended Iraqi airfields. Despite the risks and losses, the aircraft proved its worth, demonstrating both its toughness and its ability to deliver devastating firepower. Over the years, the Tornado went on to serve in the Balkans, Afghanistan, Iraq once again, and Libya, providing ground attack, reconnaissance, and suppression of enemy air defense roles. Equally important was its weapons capability. The Tornado could carry a wide range of ordnance, from laser-guided bombs and cruise missiles to anti-radar missiles and long-range air-to-air weapons on the ADV version. Its ability to adapt to modern weapons systems over decades of service kept it relevant long after its first flight in 1974. But perhaps what really sets the Tornado apart is its reputation among pilots and ground crews. Known for being both demanding and rewarding, it required skill and teamwork to get the most out of its performance. Crews often spoke of the aircraft's sheer speed and low-level handling as unmatched, making it both thrilling and unforgiving to fly. By the late 2010s, the Tornado was finally retired from RAF service, marking the end of an era. After more than 40 years, countless missions, and a legacy that stretched across multiple conflicts, it remains one of Britain's most important combat aircraft. Today, the Eurofighter Typhoon and F-35 Lightning II carry forward the mission, but the Tornado's contribution will never be forgotten. That's the story of the Panavia Tornado, a jet that changed the face of European air power. If you enjoyed this look back at aviation history, don't forget to subscribe and keep an eye out for more military history content right here.